Hey yo, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, what's happening?
Yo,
Yo, welcome to another Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. I'm Tony,
Teddy.
And I'm Mark Anthony.
and today we have a very random show. So, the topic for today is absolutely nothing. It's the concept of today's podcast is get it off your chest. So, anything that we can possibly think of that we just decide to talk about, that's how it's going to turn out. We just talk about it, which we do quite often anyway. If y'all were to hear us off air, you'd be like, "How the hell do y'all get shit done?"
Mm-hmm.
So cause we've been over here, we got over here 12:30, 12:45.
It has been a little while.
It's
yeah.
it's 2:11 right now,
Definitely be having some warm up conversations.
Yeah.
bro. Like we done talked about a heck of a lot of shit. Some things airworthy, some not.
Mm-hmm.
But
Vote for Pedro.
shut up. Vote for Pedro. Hey, yo, High Key has a fire ass movie, bro. Nigga, Napoleon Dynamite is an unsung hero. I tell you, like when I first saw that movie, I was done, bro. That was like one of the funniest movies I had seen that year. Even to this day, that movie was so random.
Right.
It had literally it was severe plot, no nothing. It was just random happenings that just so happened to work.
Right.
And it makes you really think like, damn, I could make a movie too.
Yeah. I mean, we watch movies. Them Tubi Jones. Them Tubi Jones. How you feel like you can make a movie too?
I mean, technically you can. All you need is like anything you can film with and
Yeah.
just
a
an
phone,
idea.
a phone, camera.
Yeah, 'cause shit, I done film short films with my cell phone. So
Mm-hmm.
It all
Yeah.
starts with an idea.
yeah, and the willingness to do so, 'cause that's another thing niggas need. Like
Yeah.
a willingness to do so.
Cause to be technical, everybody has ideas.
Mm.
Yeah. But the drive and willingness to do so is another thing. Like you need to
As I like to say, sold separately.
shit, 'cause the process of actually putting a movie together, like people don't take that into consideration. Like editing is a bitch.
Oh, I think they do. I think that's what stops people.
Yeah, that the thing. Oh yeah, I was actually having a conversation with one of my Instagram like friends about them trying to start up with their filming for their like lives and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh yeah, you should invest in such and all that, and like this will probably work for you and all that, because I'm big on helping people like get their shit off the ground if they want. If I have the information, I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
So yeah, she was just asking about video editing and all that other shit. I was like, yeah, sure. You do this, you do that, because I wasn't sure if she wanted to do anything like on the computer. She was just talking about phone apps and shit like that. So
Get a laptop, y'all.
I mean, yeah, laptops do work. I mean, it just depends on like what your work area looks like.
That's so much more convenient.
I mean, it definitely is. You can work from anywhere, but if all you're gonna be doing is working from home with that, I mean,
I'm just saying, like, you're doing it from your phone, like, just cutting and clipping.
oh yeah. If you're doing it from your phone, yeah, you just get a laptop.
Please.
But
You know, on top of that, you're more liable to be distracted on your phone.
that too.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, but you get a heck of a lot more on the computer though.
Also true. You just get a laptop, y'all. It makes me feel bad just thinking about it.
Yeah, cause man, I can't tell you how frustrating it was for me to, like, when I like really couldn't do too much at my computer and I had to do all of my editing off of my phone. Dog, like I had to go through so many different apps just to get things the way that I wanted it to. Cause like certain apps didn't do this, certain ones didn't do that. So I'm like picking things apart just so I can get things right perfectly. And it's a tedious process. So,
Right.
yeah, cause all the phone apps, in order for you to get rid of like watermarks and shit like that, you have to pay subscription fees. And I was like, all right, yeah, like you don't have to go through all of this when it comes to like getting like all of the information. Well, I mean, all of the software on a laptop or a computer and shit like that. You don't have to worry about that.
Right.
So
Granted, though, when you do use laptops, though, you gotta make sure that you got the right one that'll take that kind of shit.
well, which is also true. I
Because
mean,
there's a lot of them out there. Like now, for example, HP is definitely like quite critical on not having laptops that really take softwares and shit.
Like also, like what kind of software?
Like, well, typically because like now, you know, they're big on the wave. Their biggest prize right now is the Chromebooks, which really
yeah,
they're
get a
app-based
get a laptop, yeah, not a
laptops.
Chromebook.
yeah.
I bought a Chromebook a few years ago, and I think I bought it on like a Tuesday. That Friday, it was back at the store.
Yeah, because I mean,
Shout out to Eli,
Like
by the way.
find something that you can find at least something with a disk drive on it,
Yeah.
which is starting to be a little more difficult to, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like one, and if you do find one, you gotta make sure, you know, well, just to see how the battery life is, because a lot of them now that they are making with disk drives, the battery life is like super shitty.
Yeah. I mean, if you got the means to buy a laptop, then the same thing I would recommend, like doing with a camera, is just having extra batteries on deck.
that is a must.
Yeah.
However, like, I didn't take into account the battery usage on my shit. Cause like what I would do with mine, I would take the little charger piece and shit. I just leave that shit hooked up to it. Cause like I ain't had the money for an extra battery.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have the money for that shit. Like eventually you gotta improvise. I'm like fuck it.
Yeah. You just get a little change. I mean, well, camera batteries are different. They tend to be cheaper. Extra laptop battery.
Yeah,
That might you know,
that's gonna run you
yeah, might be like another 50 something.
$50-$60.
Yeah, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
Depending on the make and model.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got the chances you're gonna have to get it straight from the company, because
Yeah.
you can damn near find just camera batteries anywhere.
When my laptop battery went down, a replacement battery was $250. So I just decided to buy a computer instead.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice.
Yeah,
And this has been serving you well ever since.
ever since. I was the only reason I was tempted because I had some things in the laptop I really wish I would have like still have access to, but
You ain't had a laptop no more either.
yeah, I think I just threw it away. Like, I was telling you, I had to straighten up the basement.
Like you could have extracted that shit, right?
No,
See, I mean,
it's gone.
If that was me, I would have extracted some shit. But I mean, but
It's
given
gone.
this
It's
the
gone.
stuff that you wanted to keep, I probably would have thrown it away too. But
Yeah, it's gone. Just get the stuff over eventually, somehow, some way.
that's going to take years.
I put my mind to it. Not necessarily, but yeah,
Confidence is key, people.
Yeah, that's one of the keys on the janitor's ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Nah, but editing, it turns a lot of people off. I had people messaging me on Facebook like they want me to help them, and you try to help people, but it's like once it becomes like a handful of people, now it's just like, all right, I gonna have to like compensate. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all see we doing a lot of editing. Y'all see how much we put stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to take into consideration. We grinding. You know what I'm saying? So if you need like help, one, I got to see some consistency beforehand.
Yeah, that's definitely a must.
Yeah.
Cause like I ain't gonna be helping people that all they're gonna do is just sit on the information. It's like, what is the point?
Or I'm taking this time to edit this video, and then you don't do another video for like 6 months or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we done seen plenty of those.
Yeah. Unless you're gonna run that check.
Yeah, other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one-time services and shit where it's not going to like be reciprocated in any way and shit. Like, yeah, you're going to have to pay me for that.
Yeah.
shit, bro.
No, those days are over with.
But I mean, if it's just like a random person that decides, you know what, this is something that I decided that I wanted to get into for such and such and such and such. You give me like a full breakdown of what you were looking for. I'm not going to like do the shit for you, but I
Yeah.
will give you suggestions on what should work and what shouldn't.
Oh yeah. I'm a king of that. Man. I could do that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop some knowledge all day now. You know what I'm saying? It's when they get to asking for the, you could just do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah.
To just be out there just doing a whole bunch of editing for people, I couldn't see myself doing that. I mean, I've done it
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah.
out of the kindness of my heart, sure, but I'm not gonna.
Going forward, no.
I ain't gonna say going forward, cause I can see myself doing it for somebody, like, just in case, like, just for certain situations. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I pre-screen people now. You want me to edit something for you? What you been doing? Let me see a body. Let me see a resume, body of work.
Hey, I need you to edit something for me, bro.
So you got a resume though. somebody just like, yo, can you help me edit? Yo, what you been working on? How long you been on it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
He got pre-screened people like me.
I can't afford to waste my time, man. Yeah, the last podcast I done broke down how I feel about time, y'all. So y'all know, like, you know, I can't afford to waste it, man.
Yeah, bro.
I could have been editing the video for myself.
So that's how I feel a lot about, like, ideas and shit. Cause, like, I've been wanting to, like, give out ideas that I felt like I wasn't going to use, and then the people I gave the ideas to, like, they don't use it, so I just.
I've been told that years ago. I've been told that years ago.
Hey, I mean, that's just something I would just do.
Yeah.
But cause I didn't feel like doing it at the time. But if I was to do it, I could probably do the shit now, cause it's my idea.
Yeah, I've been told that years ago.
But
Yeah, just
I mean, I haven't done it in a while, like quite a while.
yeah.
Cause, like, I think the last person I gave idea to was Cortez, and, like, he's been doing, like, his TikTok shit, but he hasn't done, like, the specific idea though.
Yeah.
Cause,
I
like,
told you way back with the PJ thing.
oh yeah,
Yeah, the for the videos and all that.
oh yeah, the me writing the scripts for the
Yeah,
jokes. Oh yeah,
I thought that.
yeah, ayo.
Well, we was what was it? We was in like a car somewhere. Was we with Mike?
What?
And
You talking about when you was telling me about the
I was just like I just
I think
because of the music scene. Like once you explained to me what the script was, I just knew he wasn't going to use it.
I don't know,
because we don't have those kind of, like, he's writing the script for like somebody from like the 90s or something, when videos actually like told the story and explained stuff and correlated with the actual song. We don't have that nowadays. Whatever your song is, no matter what the song is, the song could be about 20 different topics. 20 different songs will get the exact same video. Am I lying?
You ain't lying, bro. It's like a whole bunch of quick quick camera cuts and random places, head bobs and all that shit.
Remember that? You know what I'm saying? A trap song will get that. A love song is gonna get that. Like no matter what kind of song it is, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah, it's not too many like videos that you get that actually has somewhat like a story behind it. But that's always been my forte. Like if I hear a song from somebody, I immediately in my head I can picture a video for it. Oh, there we go. We got the sponsor. ESPN hit us up. But yeah, man, when I hear a song, it's like I immediately just in a heartbeat I just start thinking like, okay, this verse could be set up here. This verse could be set up there. This chorus works good here. Like let me see. I think I wrote maybe, what was it, 2 or it was like 2 scripts for him. Like
it was 2.
Cause it was the I Need a Bag song, and it was the
was it the Cardi B?
No, it was actually 3. It was 3. Cause it was the I Need a Bag song, and then it was Bad Habits he asked me for.
Yeah.
And then there was another one he did where he shot it at the
hotel.
Oh, it was like Airbnb or some shit.
Yeah,
that jump.
A female jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still got them. I mean, I can still use them for shit.
I mean, yeah, they like you said, they're yours. Yeah, of course. But yeah, that just learning lessons and applying them. Just going forward, we just like nah.
Yeah, I was like after that, I was like, I'm definitely not going to just randomly like write scripts.
That's too much work. That's too much work for it to go on you.
So that shit was, I mean, the whole script, just for a 4-minute video, took me like 5 hours.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like real life. Yeah, it'd be like that. You know? And for it to just go unused. You know what I'm saying? Like, Not no more.
Yeah, stuff like that. I would definitely have to charge for, cause like going through situations like that. I mean, granted, I still fuck with PJ. That's
Oh
that's
yeah,
still
no,
nice.
yeah. Bro, still cool. Ain't nothing personal. It's just
Yeah.
time, effort.
And I still listen to Welcome to Maryland and shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
That whole album was fire.
But just dropped it and then
Disappeared.
disappeared into the abyss. You know,
Niggas been waiting for like what was it, like 4 years?
A sequel or something.
Yeah.
That was like what, right when the pandemic started.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we coming up on 3 years. That's 3. Yeah,
It's been a while.
yeah.
Actually, I've been dropped 4 projects since then.
That's crazy. Yeah, this what's that? January 20th, 18th, when we did the World War III jump.
I think so.
Yeah, that was 2020. So that'll be our 3 year. No, it wasn't really a full 3 years because the pandemic did kind of eat up 5-6 months.
Bro, did it.
Until niggas was just like, man, fuck it, we don't care no more. You know, niggas get sick. Niggas catch it, we just catch it. We gonna get back to work.
Hey, yo, during that whole situation, like before the whole lockdown shit, we filmed like
that day,
8-9
the
skits
same
that
day.
That
same day, everything closed down. Yeah,
yo,
same day.
that joint was wild. We was over Sunny House just
we was rushing.
filming.
Yeah, we gotta get all these joints out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cause like before it gets bad and like everybody going to start looking at it as like it's not funny no more.
Yeah. Yeah, and that damn sure happened too. Cause once a lot of people start dying and shit,
Yep.
he's like, damn, you can't even drop the skits for real. Everybody dying and shit like that.
Bruh. That video where Sonny like went to the doctor and shit.
Oh
And he kept giving him all the symptoms. Like nothing else was felt bad to him and shit until he found out he had you know what and shit. I ain't gonna try it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Bruh, that one was funny as hell, bruh.
Yeah. Man, we really have been doing this for almost 3 years now. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while, dog.
Yeah. good
Pretty
stuff.
long road, man.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Mark been here for 2 of them.
Yeah, he came around later that year.
Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all just found me on the side of the road for that one.
I don't know about found you on the side of the road.
Nigga talking like he not your family or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just met him.
Right.
Like nigga,
Just randomly scoop me up.
like
along
nigga,
the
you
way.
showed up when I was like 7.
Yeah.
I knew you before I knew 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but I guess this nigga just happened to show up at my doorstep and shit. Like fresh off of a fucking hospital bed, I might add.
Mm-hmm. And out of
Hey,
a,
shit,
out of a
man, yeah,
relationship.
definitely My deathbed for sure.
Out of a relationship.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom, man.
Damn, he said stop.
Start over. That's what he did.
Well, technically, yeah, he did.
Man.
Like, it's sort of like a reawakening.
Man.
Like,
You're like a completely different person from when I first met you and shit.
Fuck yeah. Cause
Yeah.
all I could do was think about burning shit down.
you still do think about burning shit down, just not in an abundance.
Man.
You're still a pyro, and just a very docile one.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, man. Like we all have our flaws.
Went
Yeah.
from a villain straight to an anti-hero.
Nope, nigga, you still a villain. Like we already had this conversation, bro. Like this man been a villain the whole time, just trying to steadily ease his way to the hero
just
side.
don't
Like
fuck
no,
with me,
nigga,
man.
you
Anti-hero,
Just don't fuck
though.
with me and we'll be alright.
like
Cool.
no,
Yeah, anti-heroes don't say that.
exactly.
I'll be the first one. That's cool. That's alright.
No, you're not gonna be the first one because that's not the forte of an anti-hero.
I'm saying the shit that everybody wanted to say for a long time.
Not the heroes.
I guess.
Hey, I didn't say I was a hero. I said I was an anti-hero.
The anti-heroes don't say that.
Okay.
It's not an no. Like anti-heroes are villains that do good shit from time to time. So you're a villain that does good shit from time to time, which still makes you a villain.
I do something a little bit more than time to time, but
Oh, it depends on what time to time is. What's time to
just
time?
a little bit more than time to time.
That's vague.
Yeah. Give me like a percent. Give me like a
I
percentage.
don't know what the name of the label for that is.
Give me
but
like a
it's little
percentage,
bit more
though.
than time to time.
What's time to time? Is that doing something good? Like
That's
20
like sometimes.
20% of the time.
I do a little bit more than sometimes.
Right, just a little bit more. Was that 30%? That still makes you a villain.
So sometimes it's the same as time to time, or sometimes it's more than time to time.
Sometimes to me sounds like, yeah, like 30, 40%.
So what's time to time?
I'm kind of like 65, 70.
Nah, that's too high.
You said that's
Why
too
you always
high.
lying on the podcast?
I'm not lying on
Hey,
podcast.
well-
See, that's the
Yeah.
problem right there. Y'all got motherfuckers think I'm lying and shit, and they want to try motherfuckers, and then that's when shit
See,
has to
look at
happen.
that. Like, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, my
Yeah,
man
but
just
some people just
on
like
go at
some
all
people,
times.
Some people just don't even really know a
Just
nigga
that-
and
just
shit
that
like that.
fast,
And
the 65
I'm
and
gonna
drop
treat
down
you
to
like this
50.
because I heard this podcast.
wasn't even 50.
People
Yeah.
be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna treat you like this because I heard this podcast. Nigga, you don't even fucking know me. Now I got
Like,
show you.
no-
you
no-
creating
no-
this scenario. Nobody did
Nobody's
this.
thinking like that.
Yeah.
You don't know that. There's a lot of people, honestly, since we are doing a podcast about getting shit off each other, there is a lot of people that literally will fucking prejudge you based off of what other people just fucking
Oh,
say.
well, I mean that's
I'm
true.
like,
but
damn, bro.
That's life.
Yeah, like, people just be like, yeah, I heard this. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you really that stupid?
I
Because
was-
now I have to say it like that. Because at first I'm like, damn, man, that sucks. Or
That's
that's
why jobs
unfortunate.
ask for references.
yeah.
Yeah, man, but it was just some people just like, oh yeah, I heard this about you. I'm like, bro, like, who are you?
Yeah, I've been trying to work on not giving those type of situations energy,
Man.
because you'll go crazy trying to prove
And
everybody.
see, at first they were
wrong,
like
you know
majority of the
what I'm
time I really ain't let shit like that affect me until like I have to consistently see you.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man. I'm like, dog, like now I gotta see you. I ain't got no choice to see you, but like seriously, bro, like stop being so dumb.
So, and that nigga's still a villain, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I can be.
No, nigga, you are. Stop.
Yeah, that's all-
So-
yeah.
see, like-
if you're a villain, you're a villain, bro. Like,
Like, there's no, just sometimes, like, I'm a part-time villain. No, nigga, you a villain. If you do villain shit,
you're a villain.
you're a villain.
I only do villain shit when I'm provoked. That's it.
You're a
That's
villain.
villain shit. So
Alright.
it's a villain.
All right, cool.
You're a villain. Like, we've already had this conversation. It ended the exact same way.
Tomato, whatever.
No. It's no tomato, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, technically,
Man, I just gotta let people know I don't just be out here just doing.
I hate
shit.
to be technical right here, right now, but you know, tomato is kind of confirming that you're a villain.
yeah.
You just would say villain a
Yeah,
different way,
it's literally just me waving it
like
off. It's just like
villain or something.
like I
you
said,
know?
it's not like I'm out here just doing shit. I mean, I will do shit because I like I said before, I can be vengeful with shit like that, which I also
Which
try
isn't
to,
a hero trait.
I try to get that like under control. Cause honestly, I would give like hell of a lot of chances, and I'm just like, all right, man, just please, just leave me alone. And then eventually, I'm like, all right, cool, now I'm gonna get you back. But nah, I don't just be out here doing shit. I just literally.
You
try-
just said,
I be just trying to live my life, and just try to be cool. And I'm like, damn, bro, why you? I'm one of them niggas like, why you gotta fuck with me? Like, just leave me alone, please.
I hear you, bro. It sound good.
like you said like you were one of them niggas that like don't want no trouble, but yet
Yeah, I don't.
you mentioned a whole
I
situation that
don't.
was trouble.
I don't. I'll bring smoke because, like I said, I lose the patience to have it, but I don't want to. That's not my first go to. I just like nigga. I'm just trying to live, just like you, or breathe air. I'm just here, like trying to enjoy the day.
But you just created an entire scenario that would cause you to initially just jump the gun.
Hey, look, man. People gotta go ahead and take accountability for their actions. That's all.
That's something you're
Just
not doing
like
right
I said,
now.
man. Look, it's just that simple, man.
Villain.
Don't go fucking with people.
Villain.
You
It's
want to
simple.
fuck with people, you ask for trouble. But that's all right.
You know, heroes don't talk like that.
They
Hey.
don't.
I'm gonna be the realest one there is.
No, you're not. Like you're like the craziest thing about
See,
villains is they think they're doing the right thing too.
To be honest with you, it's things like that that really like allow people to think that it's okay for them to just do shit and think that really there's not supposed to be no response. Which I mean, in cases there's some responses that really just don't need to happen.
Mhm.
But people really need to start taking fucking responsibilities for the shit that they fucking do. Point blank, period. Don't go out here just being an asshole or a bitch because, you know, you went through 20 people without saying shit to you. Eventually, if you get to 21 or 22, somebody gonna tell you some shit. They gonna do some shit. Just Like, really be very responsible for your fucking decisions and your actions. You know what I'm saying? It's like as simple as that, because it's one thing for certain things to happen and then somebody just like, yo, I'm gonna just respond off rip. But there's a lot of people that just got real comfortable with not paying attention to who they are nowadays, and people are getting mad fucking weird out here. Like, just acting like they're not fucking conscious.
I mean, but that's been happening ever since the dawn of time. Like, but we're not
It's
refuting.
It's growing more.
We're
and more
not
and more.
refuting that.
It's being normalized, and I'm
Like-
like, bro, like, yo, like, I get it. It's definitely been happening since the dawn of time, but it's starting to be more normalized and shit like that. And people are being very open about it. Like, bro, you're openly just being an asshole at this point.
We
Just
get,
because you can. Oh, they did it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna give a fuck and such because nobody said nothing to me since like what 6 months ago, bro. Like, that doesn't really justify anything. It just, you're still an asshole.
Oh.
And then eventually, when you thought you had that good roll, you've been rolling sevens for a long period of time, and now you're gonna roll craps, man. I mean, shit, you can't get mad. You've been knocking on that door for how long? So, yeah,
but
you just going. One day you're gonna find that person.
listen, like Abe already said it. Heroes don't talk like that.
They don't.
I didn't say I was a hero. I said I was an anti.
Like hero, but you put yourself in the spectrum of a hero. Like when we were talking about like what heroes do and don't say, but then you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna be the
I'm
different."
not going to say that I was perfect. Definitely not going to say I was perfect.
You talking like I'm just saying you talking like a
where
villain.
my moral code is, I rather try to do the right thing, and that's also
That's what heroes do.
and that's what put me in position to also receive these martyrs. That has me thinking the way I think sometimes, because like I said, there's a lot of motherfuckers who are going to take advantage of you just trying to do the good fucking thing. So of course my instinct is like, all right, well, I'm gonna do the right thing.
But you,
And-
but
And there's even times I do contemplate, like, dog, should I even do this? Because I know what they're gonna do. I know their response.
But we literally had a argument like a few weeks ago when I was trying to tell you that very thing. Remember the day he was eating the oatmeal on his, you know what I'm saying?
like,
And he was talking about like his job was taking him to court or something. What
Yeah, it was like,
no. I said
the 401k or something
yeah.
like that.
and
I
he
said
was
if
just
it
willing to
was
just
to
give
go to
in and
court,
let
they
that
should
shit
have
happen.
taken
I was
advantage of that shit. So it's just like, yeah, like, bro, there's times I'm like, man, I probably should like just leave it alone. But yeah, you were saying that sometimes you gotta try to finesse the situation.
Because
But-
if you don't do it, they gonna do you.
Yeah, but I told you how I was taking that word finesse, and that conversation was like literally just trying to underhand shit. Then you explained that it wasn't about the underhanded part. I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I really, especially with the whole legal thing, it's just like, because eventually, if you do a lot of bad shit, you can't get mad if you get caught up with it. I mean, that's just how I see
No, but
things.
it's not. It wasn't doing that, because I was talking about the loopholes. Like, so when it comes to legal stuff, there's always a way around everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how a lot of
Yeah, and
businesses
still,
don't pay
and
taxes.
still legally do it and stuff like that. But like I said, now when it comes to underhanded shit, trying to be on the slide and the slick, again, if you doing something that you know, like, damn, well, you know, it's a risky chance, and if you happen to get caught with it, then
It's
it's, like,
a gamble.
yeah, it's just like,
It's a
you know, damn, bro, how the
But-
fuck can I really be mad about it?
But what is life? That's all life is. You do anything in life, it's a gamble. Well,
Depending on the situation.
yeah.
It just sucks
For the
now,
most
even
part.
like it's a gamble trying to do the right thing too sometimes. But I mean, it is what it is.
It is, because it's difficult, because you see, like,
And see, the part is, honestly, it doesn't have to be difficult, or at least for the good part. It's just like some people just like, oh, I just don't want to. I don't want to give a fuck. I want to give a fuck if you want to do the right thing. I want to be bad. Like so
yeah.
Then
But
it's just,
that's
it's
life.
just like, damn, like what have you gone through for you to just purposely want to fuck somebody's day up? Type
They
shit.
could have been taught that. Like Mike said earlier, like most
Hey,
villains don't even believe they doing wrong.
It's infectious, yeah.
I mean,
it's
but
infectious.
you
as
used to
fuck.
do that though. Like you still, in a way, you kind of still do.
And I own up to it, and I kind of don't because I've been working.
How's it both?
Yeah, you can't
I've
be
been
both.
Yeah,
working
you
on it.
can.
No, when I said like I've owned up to it, when I was doing it, and even in hindsight, when I've gotten better and transformed, I even still talk about it to this day. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of shit. I was like, in hindsight, but like, dog, I did this, I did that. And I've had conversations with people who actually do that shit and don't believe that they are. I'm like, bro, take it from somebody who actually not only has received it, but has done it. Like, the conversations I have with people, I don't have these real ass conversations just because it's a fucking theory or anything. I'm literally talking to people from experience.
And-
Like, I'm like, bro, real recognize real. Like, I don't talk about shit that I don't know about.
But do you think the reason they don't listen to you is because they don't think you're a professional because you ain't got the suit and all that other shit
It
to
don't
go with
fucking
it?
matter, bro.
It matters to you though, right?
There's some people who be like, yeah, you know, I got the paper, I got the credentials and shit like that or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, it's either you go see a professional, which a lot of people just like, nah, I'm not going to do that either. And it's just like, well, look.
I mean, that's people that just don't want to
And
do that.
then, you know, sometimes you just got to shake their hand like, all right, cool. Well, see you never after this point. So, yeah.
Yeah, if y'all didn't get that, so the reason why I said I made that joke about
This is
him
inside, definitely an inside joke.
yeah, it's technically not because we had that podcast where we were talking about what's a professional and what's not.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
Yeah, we had it on the podcast. It was like
Yeah.
a year ago or some shit like that.
maybe a little bit over.
I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna tag that on the page and shit. Like I would put that specific video up. Man, not the video up, but I had that on the top of the screen and some shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, man, because like that whole situation, like that entire podcast was gold. That was hilarious. So yeah, that's where that joke came from. So y'all won't be in the dark if we do it anytime in the future. But yeah, man, the idea of like people like having like not listening to you for certain things. I mean, you were that if you think about it. You technically still are that.
I don't, but see, the thing is, people, I don't know if what people be thinking when I be trying to say shit, because I don't be saying shit to fucking have leverage in conversations. I don't give a fuck about that. I really don't. Because the thing is, going back and forth with you, it's going to stress me the fuck out anyway. So why would I just sit here and try to win an argument or anything like that? It's just fucking stupid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say what it is that I'm saying, and I mean what it is that I say. I'm not trying to say anything to get back at you, though I can. And I would choose to, but see, there's other ways I could try to get back at you, and it's not gonna be me using my voice at all. Trust me, and I'm gonna get back at you silently. But when it comes to that, it's just like, bro,
right there, dog.
it's like, why take my time to trying to explain this to you, just for the sake of just like, oh yeah, man, I want you to feel a certain type of way with a lie. Nah, that's dumb. To me, that's really fucking stupid. So it's just like, all right, cool. Well, you don't have to hear from me. But if somebody else tell you, please listen, because it's there. I'm not, what the fuck am I lie to you for? For what? That don't make sense to me. So, I mean, if you want to listen, you want to listen. If you don't, cool. But leave me the fuck alone at this point. That's where it's at. Like, don't ever bring it up to me. Don't try to bring that same energy to me. None of that. I don't give a fuck no more. If you don't give a fuck, cool. We cannot give a fuck together forever. So it's like that. That's where I'm at, especially for 2023, man. That's exactly where I'm at.
Nigga, it took you to 2023 to get to that point. Damn, like niggas been at that
It's
point.
like it's just like now,
Yeah,
and unfortunately,
later than never.
because I jumped off of the whole resolution thing a long time ago, but now it's just like it's already been festering and building up even later from 2022. And it's just like, you know what, bro? I'm going to have to make these changes. I'm going to just have to. And for some reason, mentally, that a new start of the year was a timeline that really helped me gauge of how much to do it. I don't know why I waited, but it was like my mental clock for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, cool. Here it is. It's going to take place. Now, of course, I was already in the process of doing that late 2022 anyway. It's just a lot of people haven't figured it out yet because I haven't heard from them until the new year.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, yeah, I'm putting this on notice now. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. This is how I feel. And just so happens that you're finding out in 2023 because this is when I had a chance to have this conversation with you.
Right.
Because otherwise than that, I wasn't talking to you.
Right.
And that's another thing. A lot of people are just like, bro, like, you know, I haven't heard from you in a while and such and such and such. did you actually wonder why? Did you take the time to really think of as to why? Because I was always a person who initiated certain things as little as they want to say or to little to none, but I initiated a lot, and so people just took advantage of it, just like completely ignored it, and or they got used to it. Like it's always gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being there. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Like at this point, it's I might have to be selfish. What sucks, cause I think there is such thing as going too far with being selfish and self care. You know what I'm saying? Like looking out for yourself and shit like that. And I don't want to become that. I don't like being an egotistical person. I don't fuck with nobody else's ego, nor do I fuck with my own.
You don't have to. You can just redirect the energy.
Yeah, but see, like I've seen a lot of my negative self, and I actually associate my ego with my negative self. And pride and all, I don't fuck with none of that shit. Like I really don't. And I've seen prideful people, I've seen egotistical people, and it looks very fucking ugly to me. And I'm like, bro, I never want to be as bad as that. I don't want to be that.
Yeah,
So-
it depends on what it's for, though.
Yeah, so I'd be so conscious of it. And I don't it's kind of like using whatever. For example, like in certain movies, if you have a superpower, you can only use it so often because if you use it too much, it affects you. It takes a toll on you.
Okay.
Well, it's like that for me. Like, man, I want to use my quote unquote ego or pride or whatever sparingly because I don't want to make it a habit of doing that. And here it is, I'm just this egotistical person out here being foolish as fuck, and
Yeah.
now I'm a problem.
Yeah, but again, it just depends on what you're using it for.
Man.
Yeah, you use that shit on TikTok, you get a hell of a lot of following, especially in your line of work.
Well, I guess I'm not on TikTok yet, which hopefully I will. I was just talking to Abe about. I was talking to Abe about it.
Abe
earlier.
already done laughed. He's like,
I was talking to Abe
"Nigga,
about that
it
shit
happened."
earlier and shit because we was actually at the last minute, like at the very end of the workouts and shit like that. We was kind of flicking it up at the
Yeah,
at
take
the
a couple
gym and
pictures.
shit
Yeah.
and everything that me and Abe was talking about.
Don't
yeah.
say flicking it up. That sounds really weird.
Man, look, I say what I want, but so
Pause.
we was talking about having me getting like one of the little magnet joints where I could actually like stick it onto like the racks and shit like that while I do the workouts and everything like that and so on, which I will find to be more. I will feel more inclined to use those because it just still feels a little weird pulling out a whole tripod in the gym,
No, it doesn't. Like you'd be
Well, for one,
surprised.
for
at
me,
who
it
the-
does. And two, it's typically because I'm one of them type of people, like, bro, what the fuck you doing? Like, I'm one of them people, like, at the back of my head, I was also explaining this to Abe, that there's some people that just be in the fucking way at the gym. I even told
Yeah,
him,
he's very I think he overthinks like a lot of the situations. Cause me, I was more so like, I understand if you want to work on this, but there's people there. Let's go just work on something
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Well, but
You
see,
know.
it's not. Sometimes I'm not even worried about all the people being there, but it's just like moving things around. And sometimes I'm the type of person. I literally, when I'm there for the workout, I come to work, I work out, and then I leave. I'm going straight to it. Sometimes I'm like literally just. I'm always trying to prime myself. I have my headphones on and shit like that, and then my adrenaline is going and all that. So I'm like eager to get straight into the workout because I don't know how long that shit gonna last anyway.
Right.
So I try to, just get straight into the shit. And then it's just like, now it's a rhythm. And also, he kind of seen how that worked out if my rhythm is thrown off. So I'm just like, nah, I got to keep my rhythm. I got to keep going because it matters to me. It's an art to me. So I just got to get used to, like, figuring out how I'm going to incorporate getting the filming process in and shit like that. And I guess
No,
that's,
do like I did. Like I said, like because
well, that's why I said the whole magnet thing will come in easy because you remember, like you said, I'm so used to moving to racks and machines and stuff like that. As simple as that, in the break time while I'm taking my 15-second or 20-second
well,
break.
no,
before.
I was saying that in the sense of like that's gonna mess up your routine. I was saying that in the sense of like we worked out. Well, you worked out a little bit more than I did. I gave him 90 minutes. Pause. And at the tail end of the 90 minutes, I was just like, all right, now I'm gonna record a couple videos and take some pictures. I didn't go into it like, all right, as soon as I do this, I'm gonna record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to like be serious about it.
And which it was, because he told me, he's like, yeah, honestly, he was just like, my headspace was into the workout at first.
Yeah, cause like I just wanted to go in. I wanted to really work out. Like it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've been to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I really just wanted to like gauge my body,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
which I'm pretty sure is in pretty decent shape for real.
I surprised myself. Yeah, because I had a leaving out the house this morning. I had a set thing that I wanted to accomplish in mind, and I might have did that in like the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm like out of shape, but I'm not really like out of shape.
Yeah, like you're still capable. You just got
Yeah,
to get back into the rhythm and
yeah.
you know, the consistency of things.
Yeah, so it was like super decent, and then towards the end, when I was just like, my arms was just no good no more, and then I was just like, you know, I'm gonna take a couple pictures.
Yeah,
That was even a struggle towards the end.
yeah, because after a while, like your arms start to feel bad and shit. It's like,
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, because try to get him to do some flies, and just like nah.
yeah. At first, I thought I wasn't flexible enough to do the little Jones, but then when we went to the other side, I was just like, oh, it's just my arms; they're tired.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
I did so much lifting, like arm wise today. They deserve a rest.
yeah, I understand what you mean. Like, 'cause when he was over my house the other day, we did a little some workout shit.
Yeah,
Like, he just wanted to do some. Like, he just wanted to do like some random, just it seemed sort of like a pre-workout situation there, 'cause he had done. I think he, at that point, what you had done your workout already, but you
Yeah, I
just
worked
didn't
out
do
in
enough.
the morning, and then I came home, and I was just like, I'm bored, and I still got energy, and I
Yeah.
just randomly hit you up.
Yeah, so he just stopped by my house and shit, just did some workouts then. But you got to understand, like, yeah, my situation is completely different from yours. Like, you got tons of energy and shit. Me, nigga, like when I'm done, like my body is
But
done.
not only
It will
that-
shut off.
But not only that, like we work out differently too. Me, I'm used to working out in circuits, like doing sets of everything.
and I didn't like doing the sets. I want to do all mine at like,
And one go kind of like, you
Mm.
know,
because when you was telling me like, yo, give me 4 sets of 20,
mhm.
and I was like, I don't want to do 4 sets. You know what I'm saying?
Cause like,
No, 4 sets of 12.
yeah, when you get in the idea of doing like sets, then I don't know. For me, I get tired of like tediousness for some reason.
Remember, I kept telling you, I was like, it's more convenient this
Yeah.
way.
But see, that's why I like to do circuits because, of course, you're doing more than one workout in a circuit. Now, I mean, in whatever order you decide to do, if you want to trick your body, which a lot of people, some people do. Some people will still do workout A, B, and then C, and just like that all the way around. But if you want to trick your body up and mix and match it, you know, mix it up a little bit, that's fine. But me in the circuit, like that helps me, you know, stack everything of where I am,
Yeah,
and while still keeping things in order in such a way.
yeah.
And
like he said, it's just like, because I'm like, instead of just 4 sets of 12, I just did 3 sets of 20. I didn't even want to do that. I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You rather just get it out of the way and say that it's done.
yeah, he said 4 sets of 12, and I'm like, all right, 12 times 4 is 48. I could do 48, I feel like, in one swoop.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be, one of my New Year's resolutions is I'm trying to be better at listening.
I mean, it's
to
a
people-
bit of, it's a little bit of it's a
people
little bit of an
close to me.
endurance game
Yeah, but it's like I don't
because it helps you even out your expenditure when you are in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because your body's producing shit anyway while you're working out, so it's just like it's like a cheap way of trying to get the most out of your workout while you're in there.
I feel like doing it without resting. I feel like it's doing that though, right?
I mean, but you're gonna want to rest.
Your
You're
body
definitely
does burn a lot of fat when it's resting as well. So like you would want to give your body.
I'm not trying to burn fat though. Like I'm not. That's not.
not even just like burning fat. Like literally, is just for one, it helps. Just being, it's like a mindful thing. You know what I'm saying? And on the top of that, it decreases risk of injury. On top of you, of course, doing good form and shit like that. You want to do that because you'll gas yourself. I mean, if you want,
But that's what I was going for though.
That's a that can actually be problematic.
No, because like I said, I haven't been to the gym in a long time, so I'm pushing my body to the limit to see like
what you're capable of and what you're not.
what can I still do
Now,
and
with
what I need
that-
to work
Now,
on.
with that, if you want to do that as an assessment, sure.
That's
But
what
of
that's what I
course,
said.
But even in assessments, there's still like time frames and certain shit.
No,
and-
I took
and pacing
I
yourself
took
through.
breaks. If I do 50 in a row, the break was me chilling for a couple of minutes while I'm on my way to what I want to do next. That's the break to me.
Now, if you
And
now,
then him,
which-
and then him taking time to explain to me, all right, Mark, what's this right here? And then he's like, all right, well, this how you got to do this. Let me hook this up for you. That's to me, that's the break.
yeah,
Because when I played on like teams, that's how we did it. Like you start off at one jump, and the break was moving to the next jump. So I kind of still got that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like you said, it's tedious to me.
yeah, it could be tedious, but you know, it's like I say, it's a way of people getting the most out of their workout, and also just helping them, keeping them active. Because again, like I said, if you do a circuit, there's always something for you to do to keep your muscles activated and doing something.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like moving around the rotation or whatever. Because if you're just like, all right, well, I did all my reps here, and then now I'm gonna just go to this machine and everything like that. It's just like, eventually, you're knocking everything out of the gym, or it's either two things: you're knocking things out of the gym, and you run out of shit to do, or you're gassing yourself, and on top of that, everything is not working out the same thing. Now, if you're doing like upper body or your legs or whatever, of course, there's going to be specific stuff. Like, for example, when the 3 machines that was in the circle that we kept coming by, like with the leg press and the other 2 machines that was next to it,
You're right. Okay.
that would have been productive to have because they were also working out predominantly quads, leg extensions, and all that other stuff, and working on the hamstring. So it was going to work on the quads. That would have been perfect for a circuit, which was going to be part of the circuit. But then, of course, we noticed that there was always certain people on certain machines. So it's just like,
It's literally,
yeah.
bro. It's literally the same machine, just built a different way, like 5 feet back.
in different movement because
we
because
all we
like
coulda
there's
just
a leg
went
extension.
to.
So you got the one where you're like actually kicking your legs forward and you're actually doing the top, and then there's another one where you actually bring your legs back. So it's like kickbacks. So you're working the bottom, and then of course there's the leg press, which is actually doing a lot, working all over. But the reason why also we had Ave incorporate the leg press because on the squat press he couldn't get into it
Yeah, I
because his
wasn't-
legs are so long. He's
wasn't-
like the way he's built.
The
and
machine, the machine was too narrow to like. Or I was too tall, or
yeah,
something.
it's just like I don't know.
Something, something was
which I
wrong.
believe you. Once you get your flexibility, you can get in there.
Yeah,
Because I've seen
that
tall
wasn't-
people get in there, but you know.
But it was, the machine that I ended up working on. That was like,
Yeah, because and it was more adjustable.
Yeah.
Because the squat press, the only
Yeah.
thing you're adjusting is the fucking weight.
but my legs are strong. Like I told you that from jump. Like I know I cannot go to the gym for 5 years. Like
Before all
they're
that,
always
though,
gonna be strong.
what I should have
'Cause we
that's why I
lifting
wanted
weights
to get you on the
already.
squat rack too.
Hmm?
That's also why I wanted to get you on the squat rack too, because it's the same thing except like you're actually able to stand up and you're holding the bar on
Yeah.
your shoulder.
But
as well,
but
so-
see you like I said, by that time my arms was already done.
yeah.
So what I was doing was like I was able to really just work on my legs.
Yeah, well, with the squat rack, it's not really, you don't need your arms for. I mean, of course, you're holding the bar.
Exactly.
And it's resting
My
on
arms
your
are done.
shoulders.
My
but the
arms are
weight-
done. My
But,
arms.
where your weight is going, the pressure and everything is actually going to your legs. You're not even worried about
But
your
I'm not.
arms.
But the thing is, I'm not going to risk it. So I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you got spotters, man.
Nah.
I'll
Yeah,
be
now,
there.
5 minutes ago, he was saying like you gotta do this the right way and then this and that. 90% of injuries happen when your muscles tired.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when you're really like at almost at your breaking point, sure you can muster up enough strength to put
Like-
something up one time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just
When
I
it
just went
comes
to
to a point when you have put a bar, something, a rod behind your back and hold it like this, and as you're doing squats, you'll realize really where the weight is going. It's not really going. You're just holding it. Your weight's not even going to your arms.
but it's
But
still gonna affect my arms though. Trust me, bro. It's me. I know. It was my
Like,
arms. I just went to the
I mean, the idea of holding it up in this position, in like the position that where technically like you're Oh, put your
Because
hands
where
up.
it's
And shit,
really
but if you hold it at,
No,
because
no,
where
'cause
it's really
you're
resting,
lifting-
it's
you're
resting
lifting-
on behind your nape. It's on your nape.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if I have no energy in my arms at all,
yeah,
like even though it's resting like
So
right
even,
here,
like if he was like, so that right now
It
would have
would've-
bothered you. Like just not even holding weight, that would have bothered you.
nah, it would have been. I wouldn't have been able to do it for a long time because you're already working with no energy here. So now you're just exerting. I know you're lifting with your legs, but you're just really like it's just sitting like you said on the back of your neck essentially. So that's gonna run out fairly soon. We're doing this, mind you, we're already doing this 90 minutes in,
yeah.
which is why I was like, if I knew you was trying to do this, we could have started off with this stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah, but like I said, I did like so many lifts. Like, bro, I probably did like maybe at least like 500 lifts with my arms. So I was really like my arms were done. I could still do legs. You know,
Which I thought you was going to be doing legs while me and Eric was warming up anyway. Because that's why I told him, I was like, yeah, we're going to do the intent was to do legs. I was like, well, this is what we're going to do for warm up. And he was like, well, I already stretching everything. I was like, all right, cool. And I told Eric, I was like, all right, well, we're going to do 5 minutes on a lateral movement.
I was already living.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
was-
Like
he was
I was
already
living
doing
out
his
like
thing. He
living,
was like,
yeah,
all
I'm
right,
living
cool.
all the time.
He was like, all right, I'll meet up with you when y'all done warming up. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. And then I seen they was doing one thing, and I was just like, all right, well, let me keep doing this. I was watching the Undisputed. I mean, you know, they ain't got the volume up.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching the little Undisputed, listening to my little wrestling music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
No
living.
chance. That's what you got.
Yeah.
We was talking about that shit, man. He was like, man, we playing all the old WWE
Yeah.
soundtrack joints.
That shit get
Fucking Motorhead, all that
yeah,
shit.
that
man.
shit get too high, man.
I don't know about some of the new stuff, but yeah.
Some of the new stuff is good too.
I mean, I don't know. I'm playing all the old WWE superstars.
I had Roman Reigns in there.
Like the newest thing I probably have listened to. I mean, I've listened to Jade Cargill's theme and Keith Lee. Those are the most.
Yeah, see, I
two-
don't got a lot of AEW.
So that's for the most recent stuff. That's the newest things that I actually like listen to. Other than that, going further back, there's Cult of Personality, the CM Punk theme,
Yeah,
and then the rest is fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin theme, maybe the Wrong theme,
Yeah.
then Raw's old theme.
So that nigga came to the gym listening to the Taz theme song with his fucking with his towel on his head.
yeah, no, but,
Nah, I could have never got into that thing, bro.
yeah. The only new Jones I got is Chris Jericho, the Bray Wyatt new Jones, and Roman Reigns. Like that's the only. Other than that, I had the same NWO, both NWO Jones. You know what I'm saying? Batista, Triple H. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
Batista had a
I
wild.
walk alone.
Yo, that's so
Hey,
fire.
Godsmack was the shit, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's on fire. Like that don't get you hype as fuck. I walk from my
Yeah,
side
that's
to
it.
get of danger. Like nigga, that's on fire.
Yeah, I'm just imagining zoning out. Mark was hating on me 'cause I was living.
Hey, you know?
I was pushing 200 with my toes. He was
Yeah,
hating.
which is impressive, like, especially for somebody who hasn't been.
Oh,
in the
now,
gym.
oh, now it's impressive.
Yeah,
Now,
it's impressive.
Now it's
It's
impressive.
like you're on a leg press, and I'm like, all right, bro. So like, he had his knees flared out, and I'm like, bro, like, you going for your quads or what? Because he was pressing. I was like, all right, cool. But the way his knees was flared out, I'm like, all right, that there could be a risk of injury for the leg press.
but I'm telling him, I'm like, bruh, I know me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna. But like I said, I went back because, like I said, at the end, we went back to do some videos and shit. I went back and did it his way, just to prove it wasn't no fluke. You know, you know what I'm saying?
It was a fluke. I mean,
Yeah.
you could press with your. I already had the idea that you was gonna be able to push some big shit. That's why I was also excited for you to come. I was just like,
Pause.
I want to see.
Yeah, pause.
I gotta see what's gonna happen. Like, you know, I want to, get him in there. And that's why also, like, immediately when we was starting the leg workout, I was like, yeah, come on, bro, you want to get in the squat press? Because I was like, I knew he's gonna be able to lift some heavy shit.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, bro, like, this is, if anybody gonna be able to fuck with me in the gym, it's gonna be Ave.
He just waited too late. It was like I said, I was 90 minutes in. I'm like, bro, I'm 90 minutes in. I'm 90 minutes in.
Man, it wasn't even 90 minutes in, bro. It was just like,
It was. For me, it was.
bro, because he was already, I don't know, I wasn't even paying attention to what it was. I only seen him do one joint, and that's when he was at the lateral pull down. That's the only joint I seen him
I
on.
did like
because
I
had the
did like
chance-
I did like 150 of those just to, while they was running. I did like 150 of those starting off.
So I had a
and
chance
then-
to glance at him and shit like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
Like I said, we were still on the lateral movement joint, and then I was like, okay, you know, Ava's moving and shit, you know. And I just stopped paying attention to him.
Yeah, I did like
And then once we got to the squat press, that's when it came over and shit. And I was like, all right, cool, let's get it in.
yeah. And when I got on the adjustable machine, I did a couple hundred of them. And then I gave you the little sets.
What was it, the little road jumps?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? The jump. I was like,
it's-
this how I be
it's the-
having
it's-
sex and shit.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't really intended for that, but so I took the lateral pull down joint and took the bar off, and then where the cables is, where you can just hold one hand on the handle, I MacGyvered it to a point where you can sit on the stool and just like literally sit and pull with
Now the nigga fucking up the machine.
No, I'm not fucking up the
Like-
machine. It still was a
Fucking
natural
up the
movement.
machine.
It still moved in a natural way as if it was the small handle on it.
Niggas
but I
ain't
was just
allowed
like,
back.
cool.
No, but,
So that way he
Yeah,
was
I
able to
pay
work
extra.
his back out. Pause. But
Oh, God.
Yeah.
so yeah, I had him do them joints and shit, and that's when it got to the whole set part. Because at first I was like, yeah, let me get a 12 pack. He was like, nah, man, I don't do 12 packs.
Nah, I thought he was talking about. He's like, yeah, you gonna get a 12 pack, and I'm like, I'm thinking he talking about abs or some shit like that, and I was like, nah, bro, I'm not in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then he was just like, nah, let me get 4 sets of 12. I'm like, come on, bro, ain't nobody trying to keep stopping it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You don't get that
Yeah.
shit in and shit, man. When I was sitting there adding the weight onto, it's like, all right, man, let's not get too crazy, bro.
nah, I see them. You know, nah, because in the gym, right, it's like.
There's certain ones that literally are straightforward that'll say how much are like you're lifting 120, 150, 200.
And when you get
then there's
when you
other
get to
ones
the
that's like 47.5.
yeah, when you
know
get to
what
the
I'm saying?
bottom, them jumps be like 200-300 pounds. So I didn't know on this one, the bottom was only 100. I couldn't see the number. So when he was putting the jump at the bottom, I was like, bro,
Yeah,
let's
you
not get out of
can't-
control.
you
You know what I'm
can't really
saying?
see
'Cause
it.
I'm thinking it's about to be 300
But
pounds.
most of the weight would have been taken off anyway because we're already pulling the cable to a certain distance, which is already taking the weight off of it, and then we were taking a seat on the stool. So half of it is already going to be tethered anyway. It was just a matter of pulling it inward towards.
I'm
us
not.
to contract it on the back.
I didn't feel like pulling 300 pounds. That's what I was saying. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I do that enough. I feel like I don't have to work out on that. So, yeah,
Ew, that's fucking hilarious.
yeah. But it was just only like 70 pounds. Because I told myself, I said going into the gym, I said I'm not gonna overdo it, so I'm not gonna lift nothing over 50 pounds. Because when I was doing the arm jumps, I was at 50. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And then he was just like easing up. And then I told him, I said, when I'm doing legs, it's gonna have to be over 50 because I know I got super strong legs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course, with legs. 'Cause
Yeah.
your legs is the most powerful joints you got on your body.
Yeah. My calves, platinum calves, man.
Nigga, ain't
Nah,
like-
until
hey, yo,
we-
fat people be having some strong ass
Until
calves,
we got
bro.
to the seated calf raises, he was like, man, I don't know. I don't like that one. I don't like the way that one look.
Yeah.
Cause he
Yeah.
came over, he was like, "What
If
is this?"
it-
I was
if
like,
it
it's,
felt-
I'm like, "It's seated calf raises." He's like,
If-
I don't like how that look.
if
I like
it-
the other one better.
If it looked like, it just looked uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause
Like
that
how the
one-
little
that
bench,
one
how the benches be set
specifically-
up.
That one
It's
specifically,
set up for skinny niggas.
it's like you can get your weight in there, and you can also adjust the padding itself. But like it literally will force you to isolate everything to your calves.
But you got to keep in mind, I'm twice this nigga size too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
why
a lot
the
of
pads are
a
adjustable.
few would have been a few of the stuff in there was just like you said, it was made.
That's
for,
why the pads are adjustable.
It
I've
was
seen
made for
big
skinny
niggas get
people
on
and
there,
shit.
man.
Man, that shit looked uncomfortable. Which is also another way how injuries occur. I'm smaller than them, man. I'm not- anything that looks uncomfortable, I'm not gonna mess with.
Well, first and foremost, you definitely want to always continue to practice your full range of movement. But
We're gonna do that.
that position is a natural position.
It just looked uncomfortable. That's all. I'm just saying. Bench looks small. I could have done it. I mean, I should.
Or I mean,
I have the ultimate
we could've
leg
just
power.
had you stand on a
So-
45-pound plate and then just do calf raises from there.
I could have did that.
Yeah.
They come in legs. The leg power is just, it's like horsepower. You know what I'm saying? So that's unlimited for real.
Shit, one thing's for sure. Like even at my heaviest and shit, my calf muscles was always like toned as fuck, bro.
Yeah. And I get I get compliments about my calves. So
I think I was just kind of born.
He
My
has nice
calves.
calves. Oh, well, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
So they're doing the little the bashful joint off of
Rubbing
Snow
my-
White.
Yeah, rubbing my feet and shit, looking down and shit. Yeah. But I appreciate the invite, man.
Of course, man. We gotta do it again.
Yeah,
I was super excited for that.
I could tell. Made Mark Day, man.
I mean, got up out of bed quick as shit. Man, jumped out of bed like how they be doing in the
but
cartoons.
Just what he was
No,
telling me,
yeah.
he was just like, "Yeah, man, you know, because it's what he was saying. It was hinting towards like, oh yeah, man, you know, I can see myself doing this again and being more consistent. And that's actually what the ideal was in the first place. I just like, I always want people to just get the experience, to just get past the first day or the first couple of days, just so like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's because I ain't passed the fuck out, and okay, my body can handle this. Because if it went the other way,
yeah, and that's
Yeah, you
literally
want
what it takes. That's
Had
what
it been like a
literally
year
what it
ago,
takes for some
you
people.
on your
Some
fucking
people-
you on your
Some
fucking
people
home.
fear the unknown, and it's just like, oh, well, whatever it is. So you know, what if this happens? And once you just get past that first one, oh, all right, well, I survived. I'm alive. All right, cool. Well, you know, maybe I can do it again. And then next you know, you do it again, and all right, cool. I'm gonna do it a third day or whatever. It's just like, you know.
That's how I felt when we worked out in my basement. She brought the weights and shit. Nigga. I almost passed out doing that shit. But I'm one of those dudes like kind of like you, Abe, and shit. Like I want to see what my limits are.
Yeah,
I found out.
only just because I haven't done it in so long.
He thugged it. He definitely thugged it through.
Yeah, I just haven't done it in so long. So, you know, we've been through some trying times since the last time I was in the gym.
It was the trying times that actually brought me back there, man.
Yeah, walking around the block and light jogging. That ain't the
I mean, it's not the same. Like, yeah, I do my push-ups and all that shit. It's not the same, dog.
Yeah, I don't feel like I guess if you do enough of them.
Bro, I mean, I get it. Like, I'll do enough push-ups.
Because we kind of heavy, so that's like almost an equivalent of like.
But then eventually you'll hit a plateau where you're going to end up having to add more weight purposefully.
That's a great. How much you weigh?
Now, 277.
That's a excellent plateau.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, he's pushing
Wow,
that,
he
but then
plateaued
also-
at 270.
But of course, he's not only doing that, but he also has the intent of losing weight. So eventually, it's not going to be nothing for him. So he's going to have to purposefully add weight if he's not doing that now.
You cross that bridge when you get to it.
Shoot, that's when like and matter of fact, even when we was there the other night, he was just like, "Yeah, do you think you can do that with this weight on your back?" So
Like a plate?
yeah, like or any kind of not plates because
I'm not
he,
sitting
all he had was
sitting no
the
dumbbell on his
what, the
back.
55-pound dumbbell. So
I mean, people do that. Like they'll do like dumbbells, do plates. They do whatever weight they can find.
That's dangerous.
because eventually it's just like, damn, it's too easy, so it's not really working me out anymore. Unless you're just gonna be doing like now, that's where it really becomes tedious because then you know how you're gonna have your reps will turn into 10 to 12 to fucking 20 to 30 and then 40 like.
How's that tedious though?
You know,
you
certain-
supposed to do that anyway.
Certain workouts it'll become tedious. Like, who do you see that's really doing 40 reps of bicep curls in one go,
I do like 12.
and then going for another? Like, that's part of your workout.
Them on TV.
I do like 8-minute straight sit-ups.
They
Well,
break those
crunches
apart.
and shit. I do like that for 8 minutes.
Yeah, the athletes on ESPN.
They'll break those apart.
You said 40 though. I feel like that.
Yeah, they will break those apart. And if they're able to go more, they're going to do more sets. That's why they break them into sets.
Yeah. You know.
Unless you're testing your endurance like the Olympic type, or whatever type shit they want to call it, then yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Like when it comes to working out, bro, like I done found like I found what works for me and shit.
Yeah, that's why I
At
feel
this
like.
point, like I done found things like I can like put things together to where it's gonna be convenient for me in my situation, because you know I like my energy now is. I mean, it's better than it was, but I'm still far from where I should be.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, bro, I just gotta like work on what I can at the moment and shit, and it's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely is about what works for you and what you have available to you. Me, I just like to do all types of shit. One, because I'm native, and I believe in doing all different types of shit. And two, I like combat sports, so I like to be try to be conditioned for everything.
Well, which is also understandable and shit. 'Cause, I mean, I gotta condition myself with like some of the toughest situations and shit. 'Cause like your 55-pound dumbbell is the only thing that I have in my house as far as weights. So I have to condition myself with, like, that was what I had to start with, and that's what I have now.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like a cheat code.
And that actually is what was kind of part of the point of my theory, where you're used to using heavy weights and muscling it out, where opposed to when it came to the lighter weights, we were doing more controlled movements and we were doing circuits of it. So it's like more of the long game for you, which you had to get used to doing again, because the long games you do is like you'll run for long periods of time and
80 to 90 minutes a day.
and then break your push-ups up and stuff like that. But like when it came to like actual control movements and certain, rotation, that's when it started getting to you, because you had to force yourself, one, to really be in that controlled form, and two, you had to do it repetitively over and over and over again.
Yeah, which my body is not in like the good enough condition for.
Yet.
At this specific
Because I
moment.
honestly, I don't think it'll take I don't think it'll take time for you to really adjust. It's just a matter of just practicing it, a little more consistently. Other than that, like your body, you personally, I don't see you taking a lot of time to adjust this shit.
Well, I mean, I don't either. However, like I feel as though like at this point I'm not 100% in control of that because of like the underlying health issues.
Mm-hmm.
So until I can get that under control, like I really just work on like what I can do best, and also I try and incorporate better workouts that'll be more engaging and also give me the best benefit with almost like, I'm not gonna say minimal effort, but with the ability to not overexert myself.
Right.
Which is the reason why I run every morning. Well, not every morning, but I try and like every. Matter of fact, at this point, I've technically been doing this shit almost every morning. Like I'll run for, like I said, 80 to 90 minutes a day.
Yeah, I did forget to mention that the workouts that we were doing were also compound movements, where we were working out more than one muscle at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
but it's not necessarily the compound movement that was problematic. It was mainly the fact that I was it was the overexertion of energy for a specific time frame. I realized like when it comes to my condition, I overexert myself, and like even in the slightest of ways, I immediately get dizzy, and then like my body can shut down really, really quickly. So in the midst of like the workout we were doing, like you saw like how like my overexertion like immediately just jumped, and boom, I almost like passed the fuck out. Like I was doing way too much in a very short period of time, which
that's why I altered the positions for you, because at first I thought it was like, well, not only because you're exerting yourself, but I also thought it was because the certain position you were in, because of with the history of you getting dizzy, you were squatting. You were not only squatting, but you were in a bent over row position, where for your equilibrium, you could have kind of tossed that off a little bit, because you're not usually used to being in that type of position. So that's when I was like, all right, cool. Well, we'll do it kneel down, because honestly, you don't really have to put the work on your legs, because predominantly the workout with the kettlebells was also for your lats. So yeah, that's when we were in a position.
I mean, it worked in a sense, but by that time I'd already gotten to the point where it was like I'd already hit the threshold, so that really didn't matter.
And that's what Mark do. Mark wait till you hit the threshold and then just want.
That's where it really kicks in. That's where you gotta tap into that shit, man. Tap into that beast.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap into the Lord. What the fuck you talking about? That's the fuck that's gonna happen, nigga.
Yeah.
My man want me to send me. He want to send me to the pearly gates and shit.
Man, I see what you gotta do when you working out with Mark.
Yeah.
You got kind of coast,
Matter of fact, nah,
And-
fuck that. You gotta sign a waiver before
yeah,
you
and-
work
and-
out with
and-
this nigga.
and then you gotta tell him you think you done.
Nah,
so when
man,
he
nah,
posts,
don't put that shit on my name, man. Because I actually am. That is my career. That is my job. Man. So this is where it taps into the money now. So we're gonna have to go ahead and put some control on this conversation real quick. But
Man,
nah,
trying
yeah.
to kill me.
But nah, for real though, like, you know, but kind of like how Ave was saying before, which he was doing the right thing. He was assessing to see what it is that he was able to do, especially for a certain period of time. That is naturally what everybody's gonna have to do, especially if you was to get a trainer, a fucking assessment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's been years or your first time ever or whatever, like assessment. And especially even if you haven't did it in months, I had to assess myself. Because there was a period of time I couldn't even fuck with a treadmill for a certain amount of time. I was just like, man, what the fuck? But then it's just like, certain points, it was just like, well, one, I had to eat better. I had to get myself, because I was out of shape. That's what it was. I was just fucking out of shape. And then I just started getting better. But then also what helped me a whole fucking lot was I do jump ropes for warm-ups, weighted jump ropes. So getting used to moving a fucking weighted cord around all the time and shit like that, especially for like several rounds or for however long I can for 15 minutes straight.
Pretty sure the women like that.
Oh, nah, I just caught on to the joke. Damn.
Damn, is this nigga that long?
Like, seriously, no, because I was about to give a professional response, and then I was just like, oh, shit, okay, now I know what
I'm
you're talking
unprofessional, bro. Come on,
about.
man.
But, yeah.
Gotta get to it. It's like clockwork, bro.
Man, I don't even be thinking about that, man, when it comes to working out now.
I did.
But it definitely...
He was getting mad at me for making jokes and shit.
but to be real, yeah, that is helpful, though. Yeah, jump ropes, man. Get into fucking jump ropes, man. It helps a whole fucking lot.
Is just jump ropes or fucking jump ropes? Which one is it?
Fucking jump ropes, yeah. Fucking jump ropes.
It's all right, man. That
If
sounds.
you can fuck and jump rope, man, you are a very skilled man. I don't want nothing to do with you, bro.
Of course you don't. Like, if you,
I would hope not.
I mean, even saying some pause worthy
Of
stuff.
course,
lately.
you
I
know,
don't know.
of course, you
no,
take
no.
it to the whole pause. Shit. I'm talking about, man, you a threat to be, to deal with, bro.
Of course, those niggas out here, that's
you
talented.
beyond an athlete, man.
Yeah, you gotta go.
That's hella coordination right there.
So you gotta go to like them wild ass islands or some shit when they doing that off the walls.
Just buy some shit on Brazzers or something. You know?
Brad. I don't think they pulling that shit off on Brazzers, my nigga.
we living in some wild times, man.
There's some people that be out there fucking on bicycles and shit, man. So who knows?
Man, unicycles and shit.
Nigga, that's just too much for me, bro. Like, why you gotta be that extra?
Yeah, just be,
The
it's
thrill.
just people
Free
that come up with
spirit.
ideas and be like,
Yeah.
no, I want to see if I can do it. It just so happens, like, oh man, it was a lot easier than I thought.
I mean, bro, niggas could be creative, but I get it. Like, can we just have some level
Some
of
people
like,
just get bored, bro. That's all it takes.
Yeah. Have an idea. Fuck it. Let's do it.
I don't know, bro.
You was just at the beginning of the podcast. You were saying that you needed the innovative mind to get the idea going. Now you mad at people for doing it.
Son. But it's one thing to be innovative, but bicycles require you to be outside.
You can be inside.
Not necessarily.
Depending on the situation, like you got to be outside.
I
Like
mean,
unless
I
you
mean,
got,
even
unless
if you
you
are though, what's wrong with that?
I'm not a fan of public indecency. Just not. I've never been.
Here you go.
I'm not. I'm sorry. That's just not who I am, bro. Like that whole idea of just, I'm going to potentially get caught, so that's making the thing making it even more arousing. Nah, that's not me, bro. Like me first and foremost, I think about like, all right, what
Is
if
it knowing that you're around people, or would it be?
no?
like,
My first initial thought is like, what if a kid just randomly shows up? That immediately is traumatizing.
Yeah, so it's just being around people. Because I thought at first I was about. Well, the second question was going to be like, so is it being outside just a problem for you, or is it then just knowing that there's a lot of population around?
Yeah, I just don't want to create a traumatizing experience. That's my biggest gripe. I would never want to create
Sensible.
a traumatizing experience for a child. Because like I've gone through situations where I've seen things I should not have seen as a child. So I only can imagine me.
Now, if you were in the islands and you was on a balcony and shit at night,
I mean, a child ain't supposed to be out at like night.
Nope, outside is outside, man. Can't do it.
I still wouldn't do it.
All right.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry. I've seen way too much and had way too much happen to me as a kid. It was like,
That's where it began. That's where it began.
yeah,
The trauma, because he was that traumatized child.
yep.
So
So why would I create the same thing? I'm all about getting rid of generational curses, not creating them.
yeah, ain't no problem with that.
So, I mean, yeah, that's why I kind of I take it away from it. Like, I can't do the whole.
I mean, so like, I just feel like that's a big gray area though. Because what if I go outside and have sex in my backyard? And no kids back there. Well, no kids should be coming in my backyard, right?
I mean, but you live like if you pay attention to your backyard, it's like people overlooking your backyard technically in other houses. So I mean that, but that's just you though.
You don't know. You don't know it. Like
My
you don't
response
know.
was, I mean, people gonna be nosy regardless.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't know. Like you don't know.
But I mean that's just you though. I wouldn't judge you for doing it. I'm just saying, like me personally, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, in my
I'm a free spirit, man. So you know.
we know.
Yeah,
Man.
you're the bear in the woods, bro.
You gotta make it sound creepy.
You on the search for honey, man.
Man.
So it's okay, bro. But whole time at this, nigga, we said we was gonna try to keep this to an hour.
Yeah, we can end it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's only 1:15, so we can end it.
You know that don't ever happen, man.
Wild as hell, bro. But man, today has been fun. Like it really has been, because like we don't get too many opportunities like this where we're just allowed to have free range of what the fuck we talk about, and it's like no specific topic that we have to.
He talking like we don't. He talking like we don't make the topics ourselves or something. No, we're not allowed to have free range.
Nigga,
like,
I get it.
Like we answering to somebody
Nah,
else.
cause like
But
we
just to talk about anything and everything.
yeah,
without
we have
platform
we have
structure,
a specific criteria we have to adhere to for a certain thing.
Yeah, we try to incorporate this every once in a
Yeah.
while.
Well, like I said, I just wonder what the title gonna be, which is random podcast.
Nah, it's just
Get it off your chest.
hey, get it off your chest. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not true. True shit.
Yeah, yeah. He came up with the idea. Like all I did was introduce.
Keep it structured. That's all.
Yeah, but today has been fun. But man, it's been another Breaking the Narrative podcast. BTN for short. I'm Tony,
Daddy.
And I'm Mark Anthony.
and we out of here.